Hi, I'm Dr. Christiane Northrup, an OBGYN physician and authority on everything that can go right with your body. And I'm here to tell you how to transform your health and truly flourish while making your life easy, or at least easier. Now, many women live from their necks up after the age of 50, and this is particularly true of women who are not tapped into the energy of their second chakra. We're going to change all that. The second chakra is sometimes called the sacral chakra. It's illustrated in many ancient texts as a white lotus flower with 6 petals. The center seed is associated with the sound VAM. There are even chants on the internet, VAM. The second chakra houses your vital life force. It is your creativity and sexual chakra, and virtually everything is created from here. Think of it as your pelvic bowl. What grows there? Babies. I'm going to give you some easy ways to tend to your own vital life force by awakening and balancing your second chakra. First of all, let's learn about what chakras are. What are they? How do they work? They're the primary organs of your body's subtle energy system, and they run parallel to your body's neuroendocrine immune system, forming a link between your vibrational, emotional, and physical anatomy. Your second chakra is located in your lower abdomen, below your navel and above your pubic bone, and it affects the health of every organ in your pelvis, your sex organs, your bladder, and your appendix, and your large intestine and lower spine. Your second chakra health is related to your beliefs around money, sex, and power, and how balanced your personal relationships are. So, how does the second chakra manifest in physical form? Well, someone with a balanced second chakra seems and is energetic, compassionate, intuitive, emotionally stable, has a lot of joie de vivre, and someone who has too little or too much second chakra energy has attachment issues, sexual guilt and dysfunction, sometimes appears timid, emotionally volatile, depressed, hypersensitive, may have trust issues, and can act disconnected and cold, and sometimes they're very needy and emotionally dependent, and they fear change. Imbalance in the second chakra is very common for women. In fact, OBGYN is the profession of second chakra imbalance. Now, as women, we are primarily erotic creatures. Our bodies respond to life force in all forms: sunsets, cute animals, being out in nature, beautiful handbags. All of this is expressed as procreation, but it's not limited to making babies. We can cook, bake, garden, write, find a new solution to an old problem. Anytime we take raw materials, physical or mental, and transform them into something new, we are using our second chakra energy. So please don't get me wrong, you do not need to have a baby to express your second chakra energy well. But here's the problem. We're often discouraged from creative efforts, and that starts with our educational system, which was created to create factory workers on purpose. There's a big history of this. And we've been molded into less creative beings than we are. John Gatto says he was the teacher of the year in New York State, that genius is as common as dirt. But the schools are created to help you conform, follow the rules, fit in. Do not break the seal until told to do so. So we lose our creative energy. We become used to following what's right or the latest trend. Is that going to make me look good? Are people going to laugh? Another reason we stop being creative along the way is someone told us that we weren't good enough or that we couldn't do it. No wonder so many women become emotionally closed off or overly dependent on the opinions of others. You know, at midlife, you have an opportunity to change all that. Frankly, you have an opportunity to change all that at any age, but it really picks up speed at midlife. So, opening your second chakra means taking risks. We're socialized to think that to feel sensual and sexual, you need a sexual partner. That is not true. I want to give you some ways to heal your second chakra. First of all, there are all those hip-opening yoga postures. One is the butterfly pose. also called the bound angle pose, and you just put your feet together and the knees wide apart. That's easy, right? You could do that now. And so you sit that way, then lengthen your torso and fold forward. Also try seated pelvic circles. You could try that right now. Just if you're seated or standing, just do some hip circles. Sit cross-legged, hands on your knees, make circles with your torso like this. One direction 5 or 6 times, and then the other direction. It all gets us in touch. Of course, you can do belly dance or Zumba too. There's so many ways to physically open the second chakra. Cobra pose, pigeon pose. I would go and ask a yoga instructor, or just go on the internet and Google hip opening poses. Now, this is one of the most exciting. Tap into your vaginal pulse. Many women don't even know that they have a vaginal heartbeat, but they do. And it's kind of a feeling of boop, a thump, and it starts during puberty, may start earlier. But when you are out in nature, you may feel this sort of orgasmic sensation in the vagina, and we actually have measured this. There's instrumentation to measure this. Women have found that their vaginal pulse index, they're very aware of it. It goes up when, get this is some of the work of Naomi Wolf, who wrote Vagina, the book Vagina. And she said women, once they were told about it, they noticed it when their husband threw a couch off the back of the truck at the recycling center because of his big, strong muscles. Another time when a husband was really kind to her grandmother so that she felt cherished. So when a woman feels cherished, taken care of, knows that she's in relationship with someone who will protect her, that's really very helpful. Pride in a mate, or watching a sunset, seeing animals that you love, anything in nature that is beautiful and erotic. So I would read that chapter of Naomi Wolf's book. It's really very helpful. Then we need to heal pelvic pain and understand about our pelvic floor muscles. That is a whole sling that keeps our pelvic organs intact. The best way to have a strong pelvic floor, believe it or not, is to squat regularly. It is your buttocks muscles that are so important. The work of Katie Bowman is extraordinarily helpful. So check out the blog Katie Says. But your pelvic floor muscles need to be exercised regularly. Now, many women have painful scar tissue from episiotomies. Some have myofascial pain syndrome. Many have painful intercourse. So you need to learn how to increase the sexual energy in this area of your body, because it will increase the vitality in every other area of your life. It will increase calmness and serenity. It will awaken your dormant sensuality. So one of the first things you can do is G-spot massage. Now the G-spot is just deep to the urethra. You can feel it yourself by putting these 2 fingers in the vagina and hooking them up under your pubic bone. But you have to be aroused, erotically aroused, to feel the G-spot, because actually it's nothing but erotic erectile tissue just around the urethra, and that's when you can feel it, when you're aroused, and you're going to have to squat down. So you don't need any special training. You just need to turn yourself on with an erotic movie or erotic novel and then squat down, and you'll be able to feel it. Now, I've found that women store their pain there, particularly if they've been sexually abused. Now, let's be clear. 1 in 3 women on planet Earth is raped or beaten in her lifetime. And that's 1 billion women, which is why Eve Ensler did the famous 1 billion rising movement to end violence against women. But let me be clear that in men, a huge number of men are also raped and abused. They just don't talk about it. So what we could say that's much more accurate is, it's the rape or abuse of the feminine, the receptive emotional nature, whether that is in women or in men. And when you awaken your sacral chakra, you're actually helping to heal that abuse in everybody. Now, in addition to massaging your G-spot, which you can do with something called a crystal wand or your own fingers, you'll find that that area will gradually wake up. If you have a lover who's really compassionate, then having some sessions where you massage that area, at first it might even feel like ground glass if you've had pain in that area in the past or sexual abuse. Over time, however, it will result in bliss. And the G-spot massage goes right up to the pineal gland in the brain. They're connected by an energy pathway called a nadi. And so this leads to enlightenment. There's a very big connection between sexuality and spirituality. Visualizing the color orange is helpful. Orange is the color of the sacral chakra. So imagine bright, healing orange light glowing and filling up this entire lower abdomen. Send your breath and the color orange to any particular area of disease or tension. Your SI joints, your ovaries, anything like that. Self-pleasuring as a health practice is also very, very good. There are other ways to balance your second chakra. Play like a child. And when you have a painful emotion, do two things. Love the part of you that's feeling it, even if you don't like it, and know that by identifying and releasing the painful emotion, you're healing the collective. There's another thing you can do called Pranayama, which is practice left nostril breathing. In yoga, it's called Ida Nadi. So left nostril, that one. You just breathe that way and chant Vam, if you're up for that. I mean, if you like that Sanskrit stuff, again, as I said, you can find entire chants and you can put them on YouTube and just have that chant going in the background. The vibration of that opens and aligns your second chakra. You can also wear second chakra healing gemstones, amber, calcite orange, carnelian, or hematite. Again, if you're drawn to that. So in conclusion, I want you to begin to be aware of your pelvic energy, particularly your vaginal pulse index. Feel it. Notice when you feel that pulse. It means you're connected to life force and something that is erotically meaningful for you. This may have nothing to do with having sex with a partner. It's your connection with your life force. So when you start paying attention to what turns you on, you're tapping into the most powerful, creative energy of all. I'd like you to use some or all of these tips to balance your second chakra and increase your vital life force, which you can do at any age and any stage. For more inspirational tips, visit my blog and explore drnorthrup.com, where you will find wisdom for your body, mind, and spirit, and discover the connection between your thoughts, beliefs, physical health, and life circumstances. And always remember, you're in the driver's seat of your health, and achieving health can be easier than you think.